Hey guys, welcome back to Words of War at the Movies. My name is Jorge Guerra.
I'm Sergio.
And we're here to review The Internship with Owen Wilson and Vince
What's it
Vaughn.
called?
The Internship?
Internship, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said internship.
Yeah, but yeah. Mumble along. There's closed captions, which apparently are funny. But, so we're here to review The Internship. This movie, honestly, in my opinion, I had a blast with it. It was fun. I mean, these two guys, they're used to the buddy comedy thing, and I think they know what they're doing. The story was actually written by Vince Vaughn, which I didn't know. Which I honestly, I had a blast with it. It's something you can go and have a good time, have a good amount of laughs. Some of it really reminded me of college and stuff like that, just because it's two guys going into an unknown environment. They have to get to know people. They're kind of the outcasts. It's a story you've heard before, but when somebody tells it well and it's done with people that know what they're doing as far as playing off of each other, it's really good. So that's what I thought of it.
Yeah, the internship, for me, I walked in there, I'm a fan of Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. These guys work really well together.
Mm-hmm.
They have an awesome chemistry,
Yeah.
And I had seen Wedding Crashers, which is pretty much what everybody's a lot of people were expecting with this movie, and that's kind of what I went into as well. And Wedding Crashers was great, but this movie I thought was just better than great. I mean, I liked it more than Wedding Crashers. It's really funny. They're able to actually stuff some social commentary into it, And the really cool thing about it is that you get to see the duo, right? That everybody's been wanting to see together again, and you get to enjoy that. But it's also kind of it brings you along for the ride with a bunch of other characters. And in the movie, they do so many 80s references, and it almost feels like this is kind of an 80s style movie. It's not really a buddy comedy about both of them. It's kind of like Revenge of the Nerds type thing or whatever, But, we might have to rewind this or whatever and talk about this first, but in case you haven't even seen the trailers, the internship's about these two guys, Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, and they're salespeople pretty much. And it's kind of sales just isn't happening anymore. They get fired.
Yeah.
The
business closes down, and so it's these two guys that are used to just being, kind of door-to-door salesmen pretty much, and that's kind of gone out the window now with technology, so they're kind of left out high and dry, and nothing to do. They happen upon the idea to be interns for Google, and, they have to mix with all the young people that are definitely, way above them in skill level when it comes to technology.
Yeah, and so it's like the fish out of water thing and all that, but they brought it in really well. I think that it worked. It worked well having the juxtaposition of older people to younger kids nowadays or whatever.
Yeah.
But it worked really well. The whole 80s feel of the way the movie was. The comedy was great. The laughs were there, and it had some slightly deeper moments that you kind of don't expect. So to me, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed their back and forth. So they're good working together. You know what I mean? But yeah, sometimes just when you can tell that they're just going off and they're going on their back and forth, I really enjoyed those parts. But at the same time, like you said, I really liked the fact that each character, it was a kind of Revenge of the Nerd things where each character has their own little kind of story arc, and you kind of see where that character grew, and so at the end it is a group effort, which is a big thing with this movie. So,
and it's it's like a giant advertisement for Google, but that doesn't matter. The whole time you're fuck it, But it's really cool because I don't think there's been a movie in a while, at least a comedy like this, that integrates actual characters, where you can go home and you remember a particular character and you're like, oh, that's cool, whatever. Because, some of these people are getting the star power, like Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn. Almost any movie they're in is just Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. They're no longer their characters. But the group they were surrounded with or whatever is kind of you really get the impression that person was that character. And so, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it was a good movie. And on a personal point, I really think, it was really cool to watch a movie, because I haven't seen one in a while that just was really about being positive. You know what I mean? There's been movies, but this one, really, kind of, hit the right spots, you know what I mean? Of, teamwork and camaraderie and, and, being yourself and all that jazz. Like it was really good. It was
Well,
really good. I
and
enjoyed
again,
it.
that's why I think that they mixed in the oldies and the you know, the new kids or whatever, or the kids of the story well, because you know they're kind of, like I said, doing a little commentary on like the new generations and you know how they're kind of like, you know, nothing's really great for them, and you know everything's just kind of like blah, and you know they go a little bit into it. Never gets too deep, but you catch them. There's the undercurrents in there, and so you know, again, just very funny. It was a funny movie. It was entertaining. There's some cool little cameos in there. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, go watch this one.
It's definitely a recommendable movie. You can go with a bunch of friends. You can go with buddy. Like you can go with anybody. You can go by yourself even and enjoy it. You know.
Yeah, I'm giving it 8.5.
I would probably go with like, because of the fact that I really liked like the messages and all that stuff, and it reminded me so much of like some stuff that I've been through and stuff like that. I'm gonna go with 9 because it was a really fun movie, and like I'm definitely gonna go buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray, and it's definitely something that I'll be able to pop in whenever I just want to watch something that, you know, got me gritted and happy on the inside. But what's it called? But yeah, that's what I'll go with.
All right. Well, anything else?
No, that's gonna be it. So once again, Jorge Guerra,
Sergio Guerra.
Words at Wars. Go ahead and click and subscribe if you would, please. Put some comments down if you want to put comments. If you liked it, didn't like it, thought completely different than we did. But yeah, great time.
All right. Thanks very much.
Have a good one.